Chapter 1, Part 8. In this part, we will learn how to state the acknowledgement. We know life is not so short, but that there is always time for courtesy. So we should always state the acknowledgement. The ingredient of the acknowledgement include two possible ingredients. First, you should acknowledge any significant technical help that you received from an individual, whether in your laboratory or elsewhere. You should also acknowledge the source of special equipment, cultures, or other materials. For example, you can write like this: thanks for due to Jones for assistance with the experiment, and to R. Smith for valuable discussion, like this. Second, it is usually the acknowledgement wherein you should acknowledge any outside financial assistance, such as grants, contracts, or fellowship. Here, you should be conscious. The important element in acknowledgement is simple courtesy. There isn't anything really scientific about this section of a scientific paper. The same rules that would apply in any other area of civilized life should apply here. If you borrow a neighbor's lawnmower, you would remember to say thanks for it. If your neighbor gave you a really good idea for landscaping your property, and then you should put the idea into effect, you would remember to say thank you. It is the same in sense. If your neighbor, your colleagues, provided important ideas, important supplies, or important equipment, you should thank him or her. And you must say thanks in print, because that is the way that scientific landscaping is presented to its public. So, if you get help during the research work from your colleagues, your neighbors, always it will be conscious to say thanks in print. Sometimes the word occasion is in order. Before mentioning someone in an acknowledgement, you should obtain permission from him or her. Often it is wise to show the proposed wording of the acknowledgement to the person whose help you are acknowledging. He or she might well believe that your acknowledgement is insufficient or worse than it is too effusive. If you have been working so close with an individual that you have borrowed either equipment or ideas, that person is most likely a friend or valued colleague. It would be silly to risk either your friendship, or the opportunities for future collaboration by placing in print a thoughtless word that might be offensive. An inappropriate thank you can be worse. A thank you can be worse than none at all. And if you value the advice and help of friends and colleagues, you should be careful to thank them in a way that pleased rather than displeased them. So, when you speak thank you, you have to be in good way. If your acknowledgement related to an idea, suggestion, or interpretation, be very specific about it. If your colleague's input is too broadly stated, he or she could well be placed in the sensitive or embarrassing position of having to defend the entire paper. Indeed, your colleagues may not agree with some of your central points, and it is not good sense and not good ethics for you to face the acknowledgement in a way that simply denotes the endorsement. We wish that the word "wish" would disappear from acknowledgement. Wish is a perfectly good word when you mean wish, as in I wish you succeed. However, if you say I wish to thank John Jones, you are wasting your words. I thank John Jones is sufficient. Another part is cite the reference. In this part, the other professor will give you a lot of information in detail. Here we will not learn this how to set the reference together. This is the end for this part. Thank you for your attention.